We're talking about conflict. What's up, y'all, and welcome to another week of Heart Combos. If it's your first time here with us, we're glad that you're here, and if you've been rocking with us already for the whole week thus far, we are excited that you're continuing on the journey with us. So this week we're going in, all the way in this thing, all right? And so today we're talking about conflict. We might as well just go ahead and get this thing started off right. You going into your work week, your spouse is tripping, you probably got stuff going on with your coworkers, your friends, I don't know. We're talking about conflict. Can I just say this? Avoiding it doesn't make it go away. I'm really passionate about this topic. It could be because I'm an 8 on the Enneagram, but whatever. So what is it? What is conflict? A disagreement, an argument, when two or more parties have opposing perspectives on something like a desire or a need, or simply when there's incompatibility between two opinions, okay? You know what it is. I don't need to explain it. The question is, are you avoiding it? Why? It's because your perspective about conflict is off, completely off. Conflict says, I love you. I love you. How? How, Sway? When your perspective is right, conflict can build up, not tear down. Here's what you need to know. There are two ways to initially respond to conflict. You're either going to engage or avoid. You're either gonna run towards that thing or you're running away. And you also have to think, what is the goal of conflict? On any day, every day, if you have a healthy perspective about conflict, the goal is understanding. Now, my best friend, she would tell me all the time, listen, you should probably seek to understand before you seek to be understood. You want to know the secret to healthy conflict? Seeking to understand before seeking to be understood. That is the key. Because honestly, if conflict is done right and fairly, it grows people closer. When it's not, it tears people apart. Why? Because you either avoided the situation, which leaves all kind of ambiguity. Nobody know what's going on. Nobody want to talk about anything. You're not addressing the elephant in the room, right? Like, we all know there's an issue here, but don't nobody want to talk about it. Or because you didn't go in seeking to understand. Like, all you cared about is going into the situation, making sure they understood where you were coming from, how you feel. No intention to understand where the other person is or why they might be offended or why y'all are in conflict in the first place. But when it's done right though, like when your perspective is right and healthy about conflict, dude, it grows people together. And it doesn't mean that it's always like resolved and fixed and everybody's like, unicorns and mopping glow. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means that understanding has been given on both sides. Everybody's on the same page. Nobody's left out here in the dark. And we can all move forward and make a decision from here about how to be healthy. You've probably never heard of conflict like broken down this way, or even been encouraged to see conflict as a good thing, as something that can grow you and your friends or your spouse or whoever, like your coworkers, like together. You've probably never been challenged to think about conflict this way. But if you change the way that you think about conflict, your life will it will be richer relationally like no other. I'm serious. This thing, it's a game changer right here. This is a game changer. Or you can keep having these piss poor, shallow, real, whatever relationships with people where y'all ain't talking and don't nobody know what's going on and y'all just bumping heads and understanding, miscommunication and understanding is not ever been given, and that just makes your life better, yeah? Like, it doesn't help anything, I'm sure. Like, now you gotta avoid people and I can't talk to them and I gotta overthink like why this is happening. Listen, life is too short. Ain't nobody got time, okay? Nobody has time. Look, that's all we got time for today because your girl, this topic right here, we can have a part 2 and a part 3, but it's cool. We just gonna stop. It's Sunday fun day. Yes. So that's all we have time for today. I love you guys. I'm excited that you're here with me on this journey for Heart Combos. Until next time, remember, conflict is not a hard conversation. It's a heart conversation. Peace.